Other thing I remember, I have a board I was going to show of they're near. I should do a post on near misses, because what you're asking about is what are the things you had an idea, and there's another one was basically I had this puppy, this idea for the puppy with electronics in it, where you were trying to find out, how dogs have a spot where they, get very ticklish.
Yeah.
So it was this gameplay where you went and you tried to find their ticklish area, and it was sort of a game, like how many times there were different spots, and then once you found it, if you kept doing it, he would get more and more excited and kind of go crazy. So that I showed it to Fisher Price about 2 weeks after they had signed Tickle Me Elmo. So Tickle Me Elmo was basically, it's just timing. Like, literally, if I had walked in the door with that concept a few weeks earlier, they would have kind of it wasn't, because I know the guy that pitched it to them, and it wasn't Elmo. It was pretty much my concept. We both had a similar idea. They're the ones that said, we've been looking for something to do with Elmo. And they turned it into this, because no one had done anything crazy with Elmo at the time. It was a long time ago. And so that turned into this giant thing. And
it took me Elmo at one point.
Yeah, that was crazy.
So those hurt. On the other hand, a lot of them are kind of gadgety. Like I'm proud of Bop It as being sort of, like I said, and Perplexus. The things that I've had stick tend to be things that are pretty true to my my passion of this sort of more sculptural things. I don't really like designing characters or dolls or that.
They can either play it out. You can make another doll. You can make another toy. You can always make something fluffy. It's not that hard. Anything can be fluffy, and anything can be a character at this point.
But it's a tough one. People, and the other thing I would just want to say about when people say, "Oh, I had that idea," there's a lot more than the idea that goes into an idea. That the idea is certainly a little bit of it, but I like to say there's 4 things. There's the idea, there's the relationships with, more importantly, who are you pitching it to, and is it something they actually want? A lot of people, they don't care. Oh, you're a toy company, I'm going to show you this idea. Like, they don't really understand, why is this idea right for them or not right for someone else. Timing is like I said, everything. So if you're 8 years early, you better remember to, like, don't forget that you had something, that you knew there was something there. It might be the timing. And the other, though, the part that's most elusive is what I call the execution. So this is RITE, relationship, idea, timing, execution. Right. How do you get it right? And so you remember those 4 things. Execution means, I had this idea for a Tamagotchi, but it wasn't executed right. Maybe there was something just a little off. Like, if you have the other things, you have to, a lot of people stop short of not trying a lot of iterations. Like, don't just go with your first thing, try 10 different versions of it, because maybe you got everything right except that. Right. And I think that applies to almost anything, not toys, just anything you're doing that's innovative.